Here comes a great question from a former exam that I gave to my students. Check this out. This is the cost of an annual subscription to a magazine is $20. So if you think about that, $20, that's its first cost. That's got to be T1. T1 has got to be $20. And the cost is expected to rise by 10%. So in other words, wait a second, how do we figure out the rise here? The rise is 10%. Well, think about this. Let's figure out the price for the second year. If you think about the price for the second year, it's going to be equal to $20 first price plus 10% of the $20, which is 0.10 times 20, which works out to be a whole 2. So the next year's price is going to be $22. But I don't want to look at it in terms of numbers that way. What I want to do is I want to look at it this way. Think about this. Think about this right here. Term 2 is 100% of the price. That's what $20 is, plus an extra 10%. So you're actually increasing by 110%. Sounds like a hockey player. Yeah, it actually increases by 110%. So the ratio then is not 10%, but the 100% what you previously paid plus 10% more, which works out to be 110% or 1.10. That's the ratio that you use. Aha, that's really important. Now that we know what the ratio is, let's go back to the question again. It says, what will the cost be? What will be the cost 6 years from now? So look at this in terms of T1s, okay? If this is T1, which was 20 bucks, 6 years from now means T1 plus 6 more years, you're actually finding T7. Isn't that interesting? 6 years from now, if you were starting at 0, then it would be T6, but you're not starting at 0, you're starting at 1. So 1 plus 6 works out to be a T7 is what you're after. So you're trying to find T7. Well, that's no problem because you have a formula. T1 r to the n minus 1. Aha! So let's do that. Let's put some numbers in. Find me T7. After 6 years, right? T1 was 20 bucks. The ratio is 1.10 to the power of 7 minus 1. All right, so T7 works out to be 20, 1.10 to the 6. That's when we're going to use our calculator. And we have to remember something very, very important. It's we have to remember our BEDMAS. So we have to do these brackets exponents first. We have to do this guy first in our calculator. So let's bring up our calculator. There it is. And we're going to put in, if you think about it, 1.10 to the power of 6. Okay, 1.10 hat 6. And that's going to give us a value. Enter. Whoa, 1.771561. Yikes. Okay, now that's this guy here in red. Now, let's multiply it by 20. Okay, bring up the calculator again. Let's multiply this by 20, and we get a value of 35.43. So after 6 years, this is going to be $35.43 for the subscription. That's just going up naturally by 10% every year. So what answer would that be? Right there. It would be answer B, 35.43, and that's how you do that question.